Okay, now let's make a login page. Login.hbs. We need to create a route for it. So let's copy this register page. Below it, let's make this login page. In the place of register, just replace with login. Okay, copy everything from register.hbs, paste it inside login.hbs. We just need two fields in here. We don't need full name, we don't need confirm password, we just need email address and password in login field. Save it. Now let's look for the login page. In the place of register, just replace with login. It's looking perfect, but this header is not changed. Okay, our get request has been done. Now let's make a post request for our register user. Post request is for sending data to the server from clients, so server can process the data, and depend on the data where server will respond to the client. Okay, in the place of get, it would be post. Since this is a post request, we want to send some data from our form, so we need to use some attribute in our form. At the very first, we will have a action attribute inside form tag, users, and register. Actually, what does it means? Whenever someone submit the form, it will look for this URL, this user register. This URL is in our post request, this register, and by default we are already in users, as we set our React router as /users. Okay, now we are already in users. Now next, what we are going to do, we are going to have one more attribute with a method. This method will be post, since this is a post request, and all of our input field will have one more attribute with name. All input should have this attribute, actually must have this attribute. First one will be name. This type should be text. Copy this name attribute. You can name anything you want, it's depend on you. I'm going to name it email, and next one is password, and the very last one will be password 2. Save it, and make sure you have a button with name of submit, with type of submit. Okay, now users, from user, how we can get the value of our input. So the way we are going to get our value, declare a variable with name of anything, request dot body dot name. This name should match with the name we set inside our input field. This was name, so we will get the value from this input. Let's do it for email and password as well. Copy this line, paste it below few more times. This one is for email, and this one is for password. Save it, and next we are going to console this out. Name, comma, email, comma, password. Now once again open your browser, go to register page, register. Let's input something, input anything you would like to input. Now it is submitted. On your console, on your terminal, you can see all of the input field value we can get from here. Since we have console this logout, that means it is working perfectly. Actually, I don't want this long 3-line code. We can write the same code inside one line. So let's do it. We are going to destructuring our variables, name, comma, email, password is equal request dot body. Actually, it's doing the same thing. Next, we are going to use a library called express-validator. So open a new tab and search for express-validator. Validation is very simple with express-validator. So we are going to use it on your terminal. Just click on plus button. Here we are going to use a command npm install express validator. It will install express validator on a system. Here is the website for express validator. Here you can see how they use express validator. They use as a array. We need to import express validator. Just copy this line for importing express validator. Let me paste it here. Okay, in the place of body, let's write check. Since we are going to check our user data, make a comma after this URL, make a comma. In here we need to declare an array for using express validator. Let's use the function check. We are going to check for, you can see the express validator suggestion. It's showing now we need to use an string value fields. Okay, let's use it. We are going to check for our name. This is the name attribute. We are going to check for this name, copy and paste it here. Dot exist, that means this name must not be empty, otherwise it will send an error. Exist dot is length. You can see lots of function over here. You can use any of them to validate your users, and it will take a option of minimum how many characters. Actually this should be is length, and it will take a option minimum how many character it will take as minimum of name. It will take 3 character, and with a message pin it will accept a error message. The message will be comma. Now we are going to check for our email. Just copy this line, paste it below here. In the place of is length, just change it to is email. Next we are going to check for our password. Exist length, password length should be not less than 6 character, and we need to change the check field, change it with the value of our name attribute. Copy this name attribute and paste it here. For understanding, I am just going to copy from here and paste it in the place of password. You can write it by yourself. Next, they made a variable with name of errors, and all of the errors will store inside here. Okay, paste it here and change it to validation error. Validation error, copy it and console this log, so we can see all the error happening with our website or our input fields. Once again, go to register form, click on submit. It should show some error on your terminal. Just look for npm terminal. Here all the error you can find. You are getting all the error, that means it's working perfectly on your system. Express validator is working perfectly. Let's get rid of this console log. Save